Yo, wait up, because what I'm about to reveal is genuinely unhinged. Remember when Offset dropped that I Won post back in January and everybody brushed it off as bitterness? Turns out, he may not have been bluffing, because the internet is spiraling right now over claims that Cardi B and Offset could be back together again. Not casually. Like, seriously back together. And if this is real, if this isn't some elaborate smokescreen, then we're looking at the most chaotic full-circle twist in celebrity history. Because let's be honest, Offset watched Cardi walk away from him, move on with Stefon Diggs, defend Stfan in public, have an entire baby with Stfan, and then stand there as Stefan dropped the ball on her at the Super Bowl. And now insiders are whispering that Cardi could be sprinting back toward the man she spent 7 years trying to break free from. So stay right here because we're about to unpack what's really unfolding, why everyone's convinced they've reunited, what pushed everything to this point, and whether anyone could have predicted this ending. Okay, let's rewind to the start because you need every detail to grasp just how unbelievable this is. Cardi B and Offset's relationship has always been a roller coaster. They secretly tied the knot in September 2017, welcomed their daughter Culture in 2018, and after that, it became an endless pattern of Offset cheating, Cardi discovering it, splitting up, Offset begging forgiveness online, and Cardi letting him back in. This went on for years. The Snorts, entire globe watched Cardi endure public embarrassment again and again while fighting to keep her marriage alive. But eventually, music. In July 2024, Cardi officially filed for divorce. No more backtracking, no more, maybe we'll fix this, but seriously done, she meant it. She jumped on Instagram Live, announced she was single, unfollowed Offset, and began prioritizing her peace. And for 6 months, she remained alone. 6 full months of rebuilding herself, centering her children, rediscovering who she was beyond that draining marriage. Music, and everybody applauded her for finally putting herself first. Then comes Stefon Diggs. Spring of 2025, Cardi and Stefan start popping up together in public. By May, they go Instagram official. Yacht photos, flirty captions, the entire music 9. And Stefan is saying everything she needs to hear. He tells Cardi, "Let me mend you. Give me the space to mend you." He promises change, promises to love her better, promises to give her the calm and loyalty she's always craved. And Cardi trusts him. She truly believes she's finally met someone who won't hurt her. By September, Cardi is revealing her pregnancy on CBS Mornings. By November, their son arrives. Everything seems flawless on the surface. Cardi's showing up to every Patriots game. She's cheering Stefan on across social media. She's playing the role of the perfect supportive partner. The internet can't get enough of it. People are stacking them next to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. It's screaming power couple vibes. And during all of this, Offset is observing quietly from the background. Now, this is where Offset's I Won post begins to feel different because Offset wasn't celebrating when Cardi first moved on with Stfan. That whole I'm happy for her energy lasted maybe 5 seconds before the shade began. June 2025, he's firing off tweets and deleting them minutes later, calling their relationship nothing but a publicity stunt. September 2025, when Stfan makes his music debut with the Patriots, Offset drops a single word, trash with the emoji. He's not disguising how he feels. He's convinced Stfan isn't the one. He's convinced Cardi's making the wrong choice, and he's just sitting back waiting for everything to collapse. Then January 2026 hits. Stfan gets slapped with that felony strangulation charge tied to his former chef. And Offset recognizes the opening. He posts 2 words, I music, 1. No context required. Everybody understands exactly what he's implying. He's saying Stfan is revealing who he really is. He's saying Cardi is going to recognize she settled. He's saying sooner or later she'll understand that even with all his chaos, he was still the safer option. And then the Super Bowl arrives, February 8th, 2026, and it turns into a nightmare. Patriots fall 29-13. Stfan's non-existent on the field. His baby mama, Kiki, is there flooding Instagram with their son, who arrived just 2 months before Card's baby. Another woman, Pri, is reportedly there with Patriots credentials. Stories break about Stfan allegedly sneaking someone into his hotel room hours after the defeat. Cardi gives him that freezing good luck before kickoff and exits the stadium immediately after halftime. By sunrise, they've unfollowed each other. A source confirms the split. Cardi posts done and that's it. Relationship finished. Offset doesn't even need to respond. That I Won post from January is speaking loud enough for him because he called it. He predicted Stfan would slip, and Stfan slipped disastrously on the biggest stage in American sports in front of millions watching. And Offset gets to lean back and watch it unravel. Exactly how he said it would. Now, this is where it takes a turn because in the weeks after the Super Bowl, Cardi has been on her Little Miss drama tour. She's performing. she's posting about healing. She's acting completely untouched. And Offset. Offset has gone unusually silent. Music, no more slick posts. No more indirect jabs. He's just been co-parenting their 3 kids with Cardi and staying low music, which is honestly suspicious when you think about it because this is Offset. We're talking about the man who normally comments on everything. The fact that he's this silent, that's revealing. And that's when the whispers began. People online started catching details. Tiny details, subtle moments like Offset and Cardi being seen in the same city at the same time. Like them both uploading from nearly identical locations, like Offset liking Card's Instagram posts again. Like Card's energy on stage shifting from "I'm done with men" to something that feels a lot more like someone who's already made peace with her situation. The internet began connecting dots, started theorizing. Started questioning if maybe, just maybe, something was unfolding privately. Then the balloon story surfaces, and this is where everyone absolutely spiraled. Rumors begin circulating that Offset sent Cardi 10,000 balloons. Music, not roses, not a message, 10,000 balloons as some massive romantic display. Some insiders claim it was for Valentine's Day. Others insist it was an apology. But the takeaway is, Offset is definitely making a play. He's definitely trying again. And the question on everybody's mind right now is Cardi even open to it? Now, I need to make this crystal clear. At this moment, there is zero official confirmation that Cardi and Offset have reunited. Cardi hasn't posted anything. Offset hasn't posted anything. Neither of them has released any sort of public comment. But insiders close to the situation, people claiming to be within their circle, internet detectives tracking every move, they're all repeating the same thing. Something is going on. Whether it's a full reconciliation or just communication reopening or co-parenting turning more personal, something has shifted. And honestly, the internet is split down the middle on this. Some people are like, yes, they belong together. They share 3 kids. They're each other's person. This makes sense. Other people are completely spiraling. Like, Cardi, you left this man a year ago after 7 years of toxicity. You really circling back after 6 months with someone else? The arguments are intense. The essays are writing themselves. Everyone's debating whether this is growth or relapse. Let's talk about why some believe this actually adds up. First, Cardi and Offset have 3 children together. That connection doesn't just vanish. They're permanently tied to each other's lives. Second, Offset, for all his issues, never had baby mama chaos at the Super Bowl level. He never publicly embarrassed Cardi the way Stfan did. His cheating was awful, but it stayed mostly behind the scenes most of the time. Third, maybe Offset watching Cardi move on and seeing everything unfold with Stfan actually shocked him awake. Maybe it forced him to understand what he lost. Maybe he's genuinely ready to do better now. But here's the opposing view. Offset had 7 years to change. 7 years of Cardi giving him opportunity after opportunity. 7 years of promises followed by the same mistakes again. Why would year 8 suddenly be different? What has truly changed about Offset except his pride taking a hit watching Cardi with someone else? Is this maturity, or is this just competitive male ego where he only wants her because someone else did? And what about Cardi's evolution? She spent 6 months rebuilding. She drew boundaries. She walked away from Stfan the second he crossed her trust. She didn't drag it out. She didn't offer another chance. She simply exited. That's growth. That's her applying what she learned from the Offset chapter.so, returning to Offset now, after proving she can leave when disrespected. Would that erase all of that progress? Here's my theory on what could actually be unfolding. I think Offset sending those 10,000 balloons is real. I think he's absolutely attempting to win Cardi back. Whether that's because he's genuinely evolved or because his ego refuses to accept she's moved on, I don't know, but he's trying. The question is whether Cardi is entertaining it. And judging by the fact that we haven't seen her publicly shut it down, judging by insiders continuously hinting at reconciliation, judging by the shift in energy people keep noticing, I think she might be at least thinking about it. But thinking about it and actually acting on it are 2 completely different realities. Cardi could simply be in a mindset where she's like, okay, we share kids. We have to co-parent without chaos. Maybe we can be respectful. That doesn't automatically equal romance. That doesn't guarantee reconciliation. It might just mean rebuilding a friendship for the stability of their family. Or it might mean she's seriously weighing the idea of giving him another shot after watching how badly Stfan dropped the ball. We honestly don't know yet. What we do know is that Offset's I1 is looking more and more like a warning that came true. Whether he actually gets Cardi back or not, he controlled the storyline. He predicted Stfan would fail. Stfan failed. Cardi walked away. And now she's single once again. And Offset is right there with dramatic, music, gestures trying to remind her of everything they once shared. In his mind, the victory already happened. So, where does that leave us? Are Cardi and Offset back together? Possibly. Are they communicating? Most likely. Is this the finale of their story? Absolutely not. Because with these two, there's always another twist. But what I will say is this: if Cardi chooses to take Offset back, that's her decision alone. She's a grown woman who understands her circumstances better than any of us ever could. We can speculate. We can argue. We can question whether it's the smartest move, but in the end it's her life, her relationship, her call. What I hope is that whatever she decides, it's coming from a place of clarity and not just reacting to being hurt by Stfan. Because returning to an ex just because the new person didn't work out rarely ends well. But if she truly believes Offset has changed, if she truly feels they can create something healthier this time, if she truly wants to try again for herself and her kids, then that's her right. Anyway, this wraps up today's video. Make sure to subscribe to LoafTube for more celebrity content and switch on that post notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming uploads. Until next time, catch you in the next one.